नित्य गौर हरि बोल। नमो कृष्ण कृष्ण कृष्णाय ये श्रीमती भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी की गौरी नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी चारणा श्री कृष्ण देवादी काष्ठा नमो प्रिय किंद्रांत से ज्ञानंजन शलाक्या चक्षुर् मुक्तमेव तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। श्री श्री कृष्ण स्थापन मेव श्री कलालय देवादी सर्वं वंदे कृष्ण हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Thank you so much everyone for joining on our Sunday afternoon, that too 2nd of October, high day or dry day, we really don't know out of that phase now. So for me it's it's a very auspicious day today in the sense because I'm going to speak about, see, when we speak, it's not that you are getting benefited, I'm the one who is getting benefited the most. It's most of my purification, because when we talk about Krishna, his pastime, his leela, then the one who is speaking, he is the most beneficiary. आप लोग का तो जो होगा मतलब today it's more of my this thing. When Prabhupada started this movement, so obviously it took him some time to convince people. So Prabhupada के followers, they would say, Prabhupada, we go but nobody comes to attend the session. Prabhupada said, who says nobody is coming to attend the session? There are so many microbes, there are so many invisible insects you can't even see. So at least you are doing for them. और कुछ भी उनका, they will get the liberation from the evolutionary cycle. So Prabhupada would say, it's your duty to preach, it's your duty to prepare and give the lecture, irrespective of the fact who is coming and who is not coming. So as I was expecting this only, maybe I'll have to look for some microbes. But yes, we have living people, human beings with us. Thank you so much for giving your kind association. I'll try my best. See, whatever I'm going to speak, it's not that I have manipulated, or it's not my creation, or it's not my understanding. It's not even my understanding. It's whatever I'm going to speak, it's whatever I've learned through my association of ISKCON over the last more than 4 years now. And this association, what I've understood is through the parampara, through the disciple succession. I've understood it through various different gurus, my mentors through whom I've learned, through my Guru Maharaj, and through Prabhupada. You might say how I've learned through Prabhupada, because Prabhupada used to say the most important association with any person, especially Guru Maharaj, a spiritual master, is the two ways. One is Vapu and the Vani. Vapu means through the body. We physically serve our Guru Maharaj, we physically be in touch of our Guru Maharaj. That's one association. The other is Vani. When the Guru Maharaj, a spiritual master, is not in his body, is not on the material world, then through his Vani, through his scriptures, we are in connect with him. So that is why we always say Prabhupada is the preeminent teacher of anyone who is coming into the ISKCON association. So for us, Prabhupada is the first eminent teacher. Yeah, please. No. You told me this one. Okay. See, I had posted on the WhatsApp group only. I posted couple of glories of the this Kartik month. So I just, before she leaves, I would like to cover a few topics, and uske baad we can just read those things from the WhatsApp group. I want each one of you to read that, because that reading is very auspicious. Listening is definitely auspicious, but reading is a different thing. So why this Kartik month is so important? There are two ways to look at it. One, this is the favorite month of Krishna, and the other thing, it's the favorite month of devotees also. You will say it's a favorite month of devotees because it's a favorite month of Krishna, right? So why is it a favorite month of Krishna? Any idea why Krishna? Because Krishna every month has a presiding deity. या उसका God Lord होता है. Every month has some Lord associated with that. So there is a Lord Krishna का भी month है, but Kartik is not his month. But still he says in Bhagavad Gita also he says I am this month. जैसे कृष्णा भागवत गीता में बोलते हैं आई एम लाइक होली वाटर में आई एम द वाटर ऑफ गैंजेस एंड फ्रूट्स में आई एम द मैंगो, राइट? सो माउंटेन्स में आई एम माउंट मेरू. सो ही डिस्क्राइब्स कि मतलब जो बेस्ट ऑफ द लॉट ऑफ द मटीरियल थिंग्स है, आई एम दैट, राइट? सो मंथ में भी ही से आई एम नॉट, ही नेवर सेज आई एम कार्तिक, ही मेंशंस आई एम this month, but still he says Kartik is my favorite month. And during Kartik he is super merciful. He is of course anyways very merciful, but we have seen whenever we have some special occasions in life, a rich person, he has money all through. ऐसा नहीं कि on special occasion he gets Ambani, he has money all through, right? After his struggle phase, now he has money abundance, right? But on special occasions only he will donate too much, right? Not every day is going, on the special occasions he'll be very merciful donating. So whatever characteristics we carry, where do we carry these characteristics from? Lord only, right? So whatever character, good, bad, Krishna says, even the arguments, I am the argument. Later chapter he say, argument also I am the argument, right? Anger also I am the anger. So whatever exists in the material world, that's just because everything is coming from the Golok Vrindavan, from the Krishna, right? So on this special occasion, everyone is very merciful. They'll go, मतलब जो भी charity करते हैं on the special occasion, will go out of our way to do the charity, right? So this is a special month for Krishna. So he is out of the way being very merciful. It's not that, the point is not that he is not merciful, otherwise he is merciful all through. But since it's a special occasion, his special day, special month, so he is merciful all the more. But Krishna says, Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita says, I am Magvisa, matlab the month which is in November, December, right? That's his month. He is the presiding deity, God of that particular month, November, December वाला month, right? Because वो हिंदू कैलेंडर में, जैसे कार्तिक का भी आगे पीछे हो जाता है ना, depending on, and just Diwali keeps changing, right? So accordingly, so November, December is Krishna's month. But still he says Kartik is my favorite month. Kartik is October, November. Because कार्तिक की प्रिसाइडिंग डेटी कौन है? राधा रानी, राइट? राधा रानी, November December is Krishna's month, and so Radha Rani always precedes Krishna. Radha Rani always Krishna के कभी भी Krishna Radha नहीं बोलते, it's always Radha Krishna, right? Krishna Radha Rani always precedes Krishna. So that means month में भी Radha Rani had to precede Krishna. If Krishna has taken November December, she had to take October November, right? So she is the goddess or the deity of Kartik month. So that is why Krishna को he is so fond of this month. So he is so merciful. अंबानी ने अंशर अपने बच्चों के बर्थडे पे, अपनी वाइफ के बर्थडे पे ज़्यादा merciful होगा, ज़्यादा चैरिटी करेगा rather than on his own birthday, right? So the same thing, right? So that is why Krishna is more merciful in this month, which is the month of the Radha Rani, rather than in his month of November, December. So why Krishna created all these special occasions, जैसे काची है या appearance or disappearance day of the exalted acharyas, and we say these special days, why they are so special? Every day is created by Lord, every minute, every second, microsecond is created by God. So why do we say this particular day is important, at least do this? Because we are such fallen soul, we always have a reason, I'm so busy, busy with work, with whatever. So what Krishna says, Krishna is so merciful, he says, और कुछ नहीं, स्पेशल डेज की ओकेजन पे तो यू विल डू समथिंग, राइट? सो दैट इज व्हाई से कि यू कैन नॉट डू एनीथिंग एल्स, तो कम से कम एकादशी पे कुछ कर लो, डू सम व्रता और डू मोर चैंटिंग राउंड्स ऑन एकादशी और ऑन स्पेशल ओकेजन, जन्माष्टमी है, व्हाटएवर फेस्टिवल और कार्तिक मंथ. So that is why these special days are very important. Irrespective, all days are created by Krishna, but just because we are the fallen soul, we always have a reason, we are busy. So he said at least do on these special. पूरा साल नहीं करे, at least 1 month to everybody will make an effort to do something. So he says if you are not able to do anything, so do in the Kartik, as much chanting as you can, whatever. This is the most purest month, irrespective of anything happening around. This is the most purest month, and this is the Bhakt Vatsalya. Bhakt Vatsalya means love for the Lord's love for devotee is maximum in this time. They say it's the sale period. मतलब जैसे मिंत्रा विकट, इसलिए this is the sale period. Lord is so merciful. बहुत सस्ते में भगवान is ready to give his bhakti, his devotion, his love. Of course, materially भी those who are looking for the material advancements also, this is for that also it is there. तो we all know Dhanteras and we do Lakshmi Puja. So materially also this is a very fulfilling month, but we are looking at the spiritual point of view, right? It's a very fulfilling month. So it's Bhakt Vatsalya, it's Radha Rani's month. It's the purest month. And they say whatever good deeds we do, they usually last one lifetime. But whatever pious activities we do in this month, they last for 100 lifetimes. So whatever my good things are, they're just going to last for one lifetime. And इसका results मुझे for my next 100 lifetime मिलता है. Anybody who does anything in the month of Kartik. So Kartik, as we said, it's the month of Radha Rani, the internal potency of the Lord. Potency means the internal energy of the Lord. Energy को हिंदी में, if you know, it's called Urja, right? So this month is also called Urja Vrat. This month is also called Urja Vrat. And so Radha Rani is called Urjaishwari, because Urja, Ishwari of energy, right? She is the energy giving, because she is the internal potency of the Lord. She is the internal energy of the Lord. So this month is also called Urjaishwari. But Radha Rani is called Urjaishwari, and because she is the giving of the energy. And this month is called Urja Vrat, right? And Radha Rani, she is also called Kartik Devi also. Kartik Devi or Kartiki, because her mother's name is Kritika. From one who originates from Kritika is called Kartiki. Kartik भी बोलते हैं, Kartiki Devi भी बोलते हैं. So again the correlation month से Kartik से, right? So this is how the importance of this month, and why devotees like this month so much, because of course Krishna तो है ही and Radha Rani है, and this Krishna has performed lot of leelas, lot of pastime with his devotees, during these months. Abhi what I am going to tell you is mostly the pastimes and what we are going to learn from those pastimes. Because Krishna ka every pastime, every incarnation and every expansion has some purpose associated with it, right? It's not कि जैसे we'll come to know कि धनतेरस का क्या मतलब वो है, real revelation क्या है, significance क्या है, वो ठीक है. We have all been told that dhan. See, I come from a background where I was not taught all these things. When I came to ISKCON, I told my mom, there is something called Ekadashi. She said, so I know this, but I never, because I have always seen her fasting for Navratras. So she said, हम भी करते थे. मैंने कहा आप उसको क्या बोलते? कहती काची, मतलब she would talk in Punjabi because my nani used to keep. And then when first Kartik month came, and I was so excited to share with her. She said, मुझे पता है, कत्ते का महीना बोलते हैं हम इसको, But Punjabi में was कत्ते का महीना. I never correlated. I thought it's a new thing. I thought this all is happening in ISKCON only. But then I told my mom. She said, everybody knows you are the newcomer into this. So for me it was very. So for me maybe absorbing things were very easy because maybe my foundation was very weak. It was an open book kind of a thing. So for me grasping things was much more easier. It's an empty vessel. So जल्दी भरना चीज़ी ना. जो भरा हुआ vessel पहले वो खाली होगा तो it will take time. So it could be anything. So it was a blessing in disguise that I didn't know much then. So she told me कि हम भी कार्तिक करते हैं. That's called कत्ते का महीना बोलते हैं. So then okay, we talked about Jeshwari and Radha Rani की क्या importance है. The most beautiful pastime of and we will get to know कि why of इसमें कुछ भी छोटा करना, offering why तुलसी का पूजा is so important during this month, and what is the significance of why Radha Rani, why Tulsi married to Lord Krishna, and various demons. And Kansa का जो annihilation होता, Kansa was killed in Kartik month. So major demons को भी जो कृष्णा ने kill किया था during the Kartik month ही किया था. So a lot of things happened. It was a very happening month for Krishna also. He did a lot of activities during this month. So this is what I said, the devotees like it because it is full of pastime. So the first Leela, the first Leela we'll cover is Damodar Leela. So you all have seen the picture of Damodar?
First picture that shared here was
Damodar, Yashoda is standing and she's trying to tie a knot around this thing. So what happened? This Leela happens on the Diwali day. Krishna, it's early morning, not our early morning, super early morning, which is the actual early morning, right? So Krishna is still sleeping and Yashoda is churning butter for the Krishna, because we all know that all the gopis would come and complain to Krishna, to Yashoda ki, why don't you feed your son well at home? He keeps stealing our butter. So she really gets annoyed कि उसका annoyance कम था कि my son is stealing. The annoyance was कि people are blaming me that I am not feeding my child. This is what happens with us also. The regret was not that he is eating out. The regret was I am getting the blame. So she thinks ki enough is enough. Maybe she thinks maybe the maid servants who are making the butter, they are not making it all that great. You know, maybe the Krishna is not liking the taste of that butter. So she says, today I am going to make fresh butter for him. So those days the opulence or the wealth of people were calculated in terms of the cows, and Nand Maharaj was very opulent king there. So he had some 9 lakhs cows, and उसमें भी ना 9 lakhs में से भी there was few very important and very precious cows. So what she did was 900 cow, 9 lakhs में से best of the 8 को उसने choose किया, उनका milk निकाला, and she started making the butter from it. So in the meantime, Krishna wakes up and he is hungry. He goes to mother and mother, I want milk. So she takes her in a lap, takes him in a lap and starts feeding him. So while he is taking Yashoda's milk, Yashoda had already kept a boiling pot of milk on the stove. The milk pot starts boiling, the milk starts boiling. So like any other mother, she kept the child side में and thought, let me just handle the boiling milk. So she leaves Krishna aside and she goes and handles the boiling milk on the stove. So Krishna gets offended. She said, I'm the one who is giving her everything and she left me and going there. And what he does is, while she's away, he breaks that pot in which the mother Yashoda was churning the butter. It was a huge pot and he broke that and he runs away from there, and whatever the already stored butter was there in the home, he started giving it all to monkeys because he was really offended. So Mother Yashoda comes back and he says, this is broken. She follows Krishna, the whole butter is gone and the monkeys are having feast time. So what she really gets offended, she takes a stick and she starts running. Now today I will tie you for the day so that I can wind up my Diwali ka preparation and cleansing. You can imagine Diwali day, you want to wind up everything and this thing happened. Even if your child is God, but mess to create kiya, right? So she after a lot of endeavor, she is definitely able to hold Krishna, she is able to grab him, and then she starts, listen it to very carefully. I'll ask you what are the learnings in this thing. You might think it's a simple story, but there are a lot of learnings in this Leela. So she tries binding him with the rope, but every time the moment she starts binding, the rope is shortened by a small length. So she gets another rope, this instance keeps happening. And she's worried the size of the child is the same, but amount of rope required still the same. जो फर्स्ट रोप के टाइम जो गैप था, आफ्टर 10, 20, 30 whatever ropes were available in Vrindavan, they tied everything, but the gap still remained the same. So she really gives up, and all the gopis are like, what's wrong with it? Why Kanhaiya is doing all this stuff? And then finally Krishna gives up to his mother's endeavor and she's able to tie him, right? So उसको tie करके she ties him to the that wooden moat or pothli type. So उसका tie करके. So this continues. इसमें अभी तक what have you learned from this? What do you think? Any learning from you?
कृष्ण की इच्छा के बिना कुछ नहीं हो सकता, उसने चाहा तो
बांध दिया. Absolutely. Anything else?
So in this, the way we see it is that the sculptor who broke was 2 fingers, and these 2 fingers represent a lesson for all of us. First is your endeavor, the mother's effort to tie Krishna is an endeavor, and second is her surrender to Krishna. When she is tired of doing all of this, she gives up and tells Krishna, I am not able to do it. He surrenders herself to Krishna, and then Krishna allows her to tie.
Absolutely.
So these 2 are the important lessons from this thing.
So this is for all of us. We may try to please Krishna, but जब तक ये दोनों, we may think we are trying, but if these 2 things are in place, nothing can stop you. You don't even think हमारे पुराने. Most of the time I talk to people, they say, my पुराने karmas are stopping me from coming to these sessions or taking up spirituality. Nothing doing. Once you have these 2 in places, your purana baggage, Krishna is not interested in. We are the ones who carry the grudges. उसने मुझे ये कहा था, Krishna is very simple at heart. He does not carry any grudges. The moment you have these 2 things in place, your endeavor, and of course you have to get his mercy. वो mercy कैसे आती है? Slowly by serving senior Vaishnavas, getting in association, developing serving attitude. The moment you have these 2 things in place, don't give this reason कि my purana karmas or my purana baggage, then it's an excuse you are making. Then that's totally an excuse कि my karmas are stopping me from getting into spirituality. If you have an endeavor and you start endeavoring Krishna, the mercy will automatically flow with your service attitude and your surrender. Mercy will flow. So nothing can stop you from getting, nothing can stop you from binding Krishna. Krishna says, Krishna is very merciful. He can, we this thing, we laminate for the material things. Krishna says, this is the most easiest thing and this is what I want to give to everyone. But the material opulence, तो मैं किसी को भी कभी भी दे सकता हूँ. That's I'm not worried about. What he is worried about, what he evaluates before giving is his bhakti. He's very choosy about giving his bhakti because he said, the moment I give my bhakti to anyone who becomes my devotee, I have to surrender to that. Krishna had to become the charioteer of Arjuna, right? उसने धृतराष्ट्र दुर्योधन को क्या दिया? दुर्योधन को मटेरियल ऑपुलेंस दिया. दुर्योधन को अपनी पूरी सेना दी. दुर्योधन की सेना became double, right? So वो नॉन तो don't you think कि हम मटेरियल ऑपुलेंस तो कृष्णा को मानो मटेरियल ऑपुलेंस तो कृष्णा ऐसे दे देगा. वो जब उसने दुर्योधन को दे दिया personified कलयुग. दुर्योधन एंड हिज फादर वाज द personified कलयुग. अगर उनको उसने मटेरियल ऑपुलेंस दे दी, अपनी द कंप्लीट सेना दे दी विदाउट एनी इफ्स एंड बट्स, विदाउट एनी डिस्कशन, इफ यू विन आई गेट दिस थिंग, एंड बिकॉज मैं भी तो अपनी सेना दे रहा हूँ. ही इज नॉट वरीड अबाउट मनी. ही सेड टेक एज मच मनी एज यू वांट. व्हाट ही इज वरीड अबाउट इज ही डजंट वांट टू गिव हिज भक्ति इजीली. सो उस भक्ति के लिए वी हैव टू मेक एन एफर्ट एंड एंडेवर, राइट? सो कृष्णा की भक्ति सस्ती नहीं है. कृष्णा की मटेरियल ऑपुलेंस बहुत सस्ती है. यू कैन गेट एज मच एज यू वांट. यू स्टार्ट, जैसे we always say कि 4 kind of people approach Krishna. One who is inquisitive, one who is in distress, मतलब दुखी है, one who is in search of wealth, जिसको wealth चाहिए, and the 4th is Bhakt, who really loves Krishna, right? So Krishna says all of them who are coming, they are most welcome to come to me, right? जो उसको wealth चाहिए मैं उसको wealth भी दूंगा, जो डिस्ट्रेस में मैं उसको वो भी दूंगा, एंड जो इंक्विजिटिव है उसकी तो मैं जो वांट्स टू नो मी, ही विल गेट देयर नॉलेज. मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट फॉर मी इज द वन हु लव्स मी, माय भक्त, राइट? तो मटेरियल ऑपुलेंस तो बहुत अबंडेंस में मिलेगी. जब दुर्योधन को मिलेगी, हम दुर्योधन से बहुत बेटर है, आई एम श्योर, राइट? बट हमें अर्जुन के लेवल पे आना है, हमें अर्जुन के लेवल पे आना है, वेयर ही बिकम्स अ चैरिटियर. बिकॉज उससे क्या एडवांटेज है? मतलब the Lord of the universe is our charioteer. मतलब he is driving us. हमारे साथ problems क्या होते हैं लाइफ में? We go on to the wrong track, right? What we keep advising to our kids, even when they grow up, are we worried about anything else? But when in the school we are worried about the education. When they grow up, we always want they should remain on the right track, right? We have to send our kids abroad or something. The only thing we is worried about is their well-being. We are not worried about finances. We know we will take care of that, All we are worried about is if they are going abroad or any other places, they should be in right companionship. They should. तो वो कैसे आएगा? The culture, the foundation is strong of the child, right? So similarly, so Krishna bhakti देने में कंजूसी करते हैं. He is very careful. He really evaluates you hard if he has to give you his true bhakti. But it's not very hard also. Okay. So this लीला से एक lesson तो हमने पढ़ा कि 2 fingers, right? The one is mercy and the second is endeavor. And one more thing. अब आप मत बोलो सब. Vishal has been into Krishna consciousness for more than 8 years now. He stays in South Close. So hope he keep giving us his association every week now. So the other thing is, remember what a mother does, child को side में रखा और दूध के लिए गई, right? So exactly, she did not give priority to Krishna. She wanted to save her milk, and उसके return में क्या हुआ? She lost all the butter and जो पुराना जो current butter churning था, she lost that, and जो stored था, जो stored over whatever days she had stored, वो भी सब गया. Monkeys were having feasting time. Krishna is very smart because we have to understand Lord Goddess Lakshmi is the consort of Krishna. वो कृष्णा की वो है, wife है, तो she is very clear. जहाँ जब हमें लगता है कि हम Lord Lakshmi जैसे people worship Lord Lakshmi on Diwali. She is not happy. No wife is happy if we serve her instead of her husband, right? A wife is always pleased when we serve her along with her husband, right? So if somebody calls us for a dinner, our friends, or my parents, suppose they call me, will I be happy? Unless they call my husband, I would be more happy when they give respect to my husband rather than giving to me. The same is that from where have I learned this character skill, or anybody? From Lord only, right? Because whatever we have, good or bad, we have learned from the Lord. So this is the characteristic of Lord Lakshmi also. So she is happy when we worship her Lord, Vishnu, right? So So what Mother Yashoda did, just to save a little milk, she left Krishna and she lost everything. So this is a lesson for us also, you know. Penny wise, pound foolish. Most of us time we are like this, right? To save something, you know, we sacrifice so much. Whether though we don't realize that sacrifice was not important, right? You know, it takes. I'm not saying you know, of course, the faith development may takes time, but for so many things we take chances in life, right? When we send up, when our child picks up some subject, तब भी तो उसमें chance है ना? You never know यार. अभी we are taking science, he may not be, but we are staying with some faith. We take that decision, and if we buy a new property with investment or for self use के लिए, उसमें भी तो there is this, you know, tomorrow the rate falls down, then what? But we still take a chance. We do, you know, having some faith or doing some homework. So abhi bhi, so why can't we take a little chance with God? When we know that we are not going to be a loser, we need to have little faith in Lord and little faith, and trust me, He is the only one who is never going to make you feel regret in life. Ki, why did I go to Krishna? He is the only one. Baki to I've seen every marriage also people always think कि divorce दे देते हैं. I never, you know, these two thoughts, you know, committing suicide and you know, divorcing. These are very common thoughts these days. It's not something. These are not happening in one house. These are very common thoughts these days. So उन thoughts को वो करने के लिए हम इतनी difficult thoughts को, if we really want to overpower, then Krishna is our only. मतलब what I'm saying is, when we can think of these thoughts, these extreme thoughts, and why can't we think of Krishna as a savior? Most time we want to take in charge of our whole thing, right? We want to take in charge. I'm the doer. I'll do. I'll manage. If I don't do, then what will happen, right? So when today my husband, I just mentioned my husband is traveling today. He had some family, something expired in the family, so he had to go. So he had said, "You will manage the class." मैंने कहा मैंने बहुत अच्छे फर्रे बना ली, don't you worry. So, you know, so Krishna takes care of everything. So yeah, thank you for joining me. So we discussed, so this Damodar Leela is most important Leela of this month. So on this month, so with Damodar के नाम से this month is also called Damodar month. Damodar का संधि विच्छेद, if you break up, it comes out two words. It's Dam and Udar. Dam means rope, yeah, rasi, and Udar means the stomach. So she was Yashoda was trying to tie the rasi around his stomach, right? So इसको Damodar बोलते हैं. So after this, what happens now? Krishna got himself tied by the Yashoda with the oak leaf mortar. So now Yashoda goes off to her work as usual, you know. So the moment kids sleep, the mothers want to go up. No, तो उसको लगा मेरा काम, let me do my work. So she leaves him and she goes off to her work. And now Krishna starts moving very aggressively. He starts moving moving along with that mortar thing, okhal, wooden mortar or okhal. So then while moving, he encounters two trees. So he moves in between the trees. He moves a big giant, a huge mortar oak tree between the two trees, and both the trees fall. And from these two trees, two demigods appear. So anybody knows who these demigods are?
So they are the sons of Kuber. One is Nal Kuber, another is I'm forgetting the name.
Mangriva. So
Both of them are
right. So these two, the demigods who came out of this thing, they are no other than they are very exalted demigods. They are the son of the Kubera. Kubera is the lord of treasure. He is a demigod of treasure. कुबेर बोलते हैं ना, कुबेर धन का वो है, right? So they are the son of Kubera. So how they are cursed as the trees now? How did they come into the trees form? What happens is, since you know they are the sons of the rich and affluent father, so you know, so once they were bathing in some lake, they were intoxicated, and the women were also there. Then some Narad Muni passes by. Narad Muni is a very exalted devotee of the Lord. He is one of the greatest sages. So he was passing by. So as a courtesy, such a senior devotee, a senior exalted personality is doing by, you are supposed to pay respects to him. But these guys were, you know, they were too much into intoxication. The intoxication of wine was less than the intoxication of the money of their father, right? So they completely ignore him, and Narad Muni gets offended. So Narad Muni curses them for next 100 years. Next 100 years of not our 100 years, their time span is very longer, no? So next 100 years you will have to stand like trees in the Braj Bhumi, and then you will get liberated by Lord. So for 100 years they were as trees, and then when the time came, unka 100 years time span over, okay, then Krishna came and liberated them. So is there what learning we have? Do we have any learning from here? Narad Muni is a great devotee of the Lord. बोलते हैं नारद मुनि इधर से उधर जाते हैं. Why does he move from one place to another? Because उनका only purpose is to make people Krishna devotees. Krishna God, his only main aim of इधर से उधर, हम तो मजाक में बोलते हैं नारायण नारायण टाइप्स, इधर की बात उधर, we have this notion. But his only aim and his only work in life is to give Krishna consciousness. When he moves from one place to another, all he does is वो कृष्ण भक्ति देते हैं लोगों को, गाइड करते हैं कि how to become Krishna conscious. भक्ति तो कृष्णा ने देंगे, but he guides them, So he's like a, जैसे as I said कि Prabhupada is our default spiritual master when we are in ISKCON. So Narad Muni is also a default spiritual master, for the cosmic creation, because वो सबको भक्ति देते हैं. He tells them how to please Krishna. So Narad Muni, because the two sons were intoxicated, they forgot ki what is the aim of the life. Being the son of the rich man doesn't mean you waste your life, you waste the money, you get intoxicated with wine and women. That's not the aim of the life. And they were the demigods. When you are at a higher position, then you have responsibility also, right? When God gives you some power, some position, some talent, then you are responsible for that thing also. Right? जैसे भागवत गीता में हमने पढ़ा था, कृष्ण says, if I give something to you, you have to take care of that. Don't misuse that thing. So they were misusing this thing, what Krishna has given them. So just to teach them a lesson, Krishna, Narad Muni cursed them. So this curse was not a curse, this was a blessing in disguise, because ultimately they were getting delivered by Lord himself. मतलब इसके लिए to get deliverance, to see the Lord itself is such a long process, and you really have to put in so much effort. तो नारद मुनि ने उनके लिए कितना easy कर दिया. He gave them curse, and within 100 years, without doing anything, they got this thing, they got to see the Lord and got liberated from the Lord himself. So the lesson here is the devotees of the Lord, you might think that they are offending you. Their purpose is punishment, is not revenge. There is a difference. When we want to punish anyone, the purpose or the aim is to take the revenge, because he did something to me, he offended me, so I have to offend him, right? So it's a tit for tat kind of a thing. But in the devotional world, with the devotees, that's not the case. Devotees make the purpose of the punishment is your reformation. They want you to improve. It's not that we may say, since अभी तो खैर CBSE school में teachers can't say anything, right? They are not supposed to say, they are pampering kids. But trust me, when we are in ISKCON, we have our mentors also. They have the full right to tell us anything, because they are doing not to offend me, but because they want me to improve. Unless they tell me how am I going to improve, unless Narad Muni was not offended by their, नारद मुनि को रिस्पेक्ट थोड़ा सी, ही इज नॉट शॉर्ट ऑफ रिस्पेक्ट. वो तो कहाँ जाते हैं उनको तो रिस्पेक्ट मिलता है. वो तो उनका फ्री एंट्री है इन द गोलोक वृंदावन. ही कैन गो एनीवेयर एनी टाइम, राइट? सो ही इज नॉट इन नीड ऑफ रिस्पेक्ट फ्रॉम द सन्स ऑफ कुबेरा, राइट? But because he is very merciful, devotees of the Lord are so merciful, they are always ready to give you Krishna consciousness. So he wanted them to give them Krishna consciousness. That is why he tells them, he curses them, so that they realize their mistake and then they get liberation also. So devotees are real merciful. If they are telling you anything, don't think they have their personal interest. Narad Muni का कोई interest नहीं था. He was not short of any respect. को respect की कोई कमी नहीं थी, right? We in this world look for कोई तो respect कर दो, He was not short of. He had abundance of all respect of the world. He was the, as I said, he is the spiritual master of the cosmic creation kind. So just because he wanted those guys, those sons of Kubera to understand their mistake, to understand their responsibility, being the sons of the Kubera, right? So he did this. So this is this is the entire Damodar Leela. So lot of learning. If you give preference to the spiritual material things, then spirituality, then whatever you have, Krishna is complete like. I'm not saying it's going to happen. It's Krishna is this thing because he has given us everything. And the second thing is the two, we can bind Krishna with our love and devotion. The two things, our endeavor and his mercy. Prabhuji has already discussed how we can get the mercy of to serve, having serving attitude, these kind association, all these things get the mercy of the Krishna and his devotee. And these two, then the third lesson is this, if Krishna has given us something, don't misuse that, And devotees of the Krishna are always, they have only one agenda in life. Just you get the Krishna consciousness and you improve, no other thing. उनको ना respect चाहिए, ना उनको anything else चाहिए. They are more than happy, उनको फर्क नहीं पड़ता. All they want is that you get benefited, and the real benefit of yours is Krishna consciousness. It's not that नारद मुनि ने उनको कुछ और पैसे दे दिया, कुछ और कर दिया. उनको भी पैसों की जरूरत नहीं थी. बस सालों के कुबेर, they were the one who were distributing money to the entire cosmic creation. उनको भी नहीं चाहिए. नारद मुनि gave them what they didn't have. What they didn't have was the Krishna consciousness, and that's the most important thing. So, Abhina, I have posted couple of quotes in the group. So I would request everyone just to read one chance करके. अच्छा, you are not now. Tanu, you would like to start first quote? No, today only. Yeah, last message.
In the month of Kartik, which is very dear to Sri Hari, one who wakes early in the morning to face the merit of bathing in all the places of pilgrimage.
Okay, thank you. You can read the other one.
Anybody who offers the Lord a ghee lamp in the month of Kartik, no Brahmana, becomes free all kinds of sins, such as killing a Brahmana, and he goes to the abode of Lord Hari.
Killing cow and Brahmana, this is from Brahmanda, from Samhita. These are the names of Purana scripture from where this quotation is taken up. Killing of Brahmana and killing of cow is the worst of the crimes you can think of, right? So saying if somebody has done it also. See why this quote is important? Because most of the time we keep blaming our Purana baggage is responsible for what we are today, and we are not able to advance it. What we are today is definitely the cause Purana baggage hai hamara. But nothing can stop us from getting into bhakti. It's our own intent, it's our own endeavor which stops us from bhakti. Your Purana karmas will not, good or bad or neutral, will not do anything, doesn't contribute to that, right? So इसलिए somebody has killed a Brahmana also, he can also be अगर वे भगवान को एक घी ऑफर करता during Kartik month, उसका भी जो sin है उससे भी he can get purified. See, but we have to understand this quote means the right intent has to be there behind the quote. ये नहीं कि वो लेके फिर मैं यही सोच रही थी उसको मारना है, उसको पीटना है, एक ब्राह्मण, एक sin तो मेरा clear हो गया with one deep and now I am ready for the next sin. It's not like church वाला thing कि I go and share my this thing and then next week again I step into the same thing. So the right intent, these quotes are to encourage us, tell us कि yes, but for behind everything the right intent has to be there. If your intent is right, no matter what kind of bad karmas you have done in your previous life, they all get clear off. Manu, you would like to read? Can you share your phone with us? As Satyuga. Krishna is saying that Satya Yuga is the best of the Yuga, Vedas are the best of the scriptures, and Ganga is the most holy water, right? Best of the Yuga. So Kartik is the best of the month, and that is why it's so dear to Lord Krishna. Would you like to read that?
Of all planets, the Sakya Krishna is most dear to me. Of all months, Kartik is most dear of all lists of pilgrims. My beloved Dwarka is most dear, and all the days Ekachi is most dear. Patna, Purana, and Uttara.
So again, Krishna, again the scripture is saying why Kartik is so dear to Lord. Ashna, you would like to read the next one? You can read it. very nice and auspicious.
Lord Brahma tells Narada in the Skanda Purana, O son Narada, the month of Kartika is very near to Lord Krishna. If anyone acts meticulously in this month just to please Lord Krishna, he receives unlimited results.
Brahma is also telling Narada about the glorification of this thing, about the Kartik month. So Kartik month is really important. So, abhi tak, whatever was restricting you from getting close to Lord or starting something, making a routine or making a vow, pledging something, do make an endeavor, because as we said, कि Krishna conscious ISKCON में तुम्हें सिखाया जाता है, this is the month of sale. मतलब you get everything at the dirt cheap prices. So जिसके लिए जिस चीज़ के लिए तुम्हें बहुत efforts करने पड़ते हैं the other months, इसमें सब कुछ बहुत easily मिलता है. So do make an endeavor. Now we have done the glorification part, we have done the Damodar Leela. Now, and apart from this, there are a lot of festivals, the pastime, we call them festivals, these are the pastimes of Lord. We have Deepavali coming back of Ramchandra ji, then we have Dhanteras, before Diwali is the Dhanteras festival, after Diwali is the Govardhan Puja, right? Then there is Gopashtami bhi hota hai. So we'll read all of, we'll try to see as much as we can cover. We have done about Radhika, Kritika and that thing, right? So, in this month only, Krishna kills a demon, Arishtasura. Arishtasura, he was like a bull kind of demon. Very ferocious. Again, he was sent by the Kansa only. So why mentioning Krishna? बहुत सारे demons का और होगा, but एक दो का mention कर रही हूँ मैं, because he was very ferocious. He came in the form of bull to kill Krishna, sent by his beloved mama. So what happens is, so some scriptures says कि some scriptures say during Kartik month only, when he came, so Krishna killed that demon. So after killing the demon, because he was in a bull form, so Radharani says, you have killed the cow, no matter it was in a demonic form. Why I'm trying to say this, कि cows are so important. No, Radharani knew वो bull है, bull नहीं है, that's a demonic form. He's a demon sent by Kansa, but he has taken the disguise of a bull. वो bull की disguise में इसलिए आया because Krishna used to take cows and bulls, so he thought I'll mingle up with a group and nobody will be able to identify me. And at the right minute I'll be able to attack Krishna. And this is what he does also, but of course Krishna overpowers and kills him. So Radharani says that since you have killed the bull, so till the time you do not cleanse yourself, purify yourself, don't come close to me. Even a bull, a demon in the disguise of a bull also was so important. They say कि no. So you can imagine कि cows are so important. Cows are so. Krishna's name is Govind. Govind means means cow also. Go means to cows and senses. दो मतलब होते हैं गो के. ठीक है. So Govind means one who gives pleasure to cows. Krishna also used to look after the cows like his mother. And the other meaning of Govind is one who gives pleasure to senses. Krishna gives us all kinds of pleasure. He is so beautiful to look at. He is so merciful. You sing about him, you chant about him, you're always happy. So Krishna. So this Leela is important. कि how important cows are. Even demonic form में करते तो Radharani refused to allow Krishna close to him. कि no, you have to purify yourself. So फिर उसके बाद what Krishna does is he राधा कुंड एंड उसका तभी होता है अभ्यास. सो फिर तो उस टाइम फिर कृष्णा क्रिएट्स दो कुंड, अभी राधा कुंड एंड श्याम कुंड जो बोलते हैं. So उसमें all the holy waters came there and then Krishna purified himself and one he created for the Radha Kund also. So this is how is the story behind the Radha Kund and Shyam Kund. So because Radharani said, go and purify yourself. Holy water is the only way he could have purified. अब वो वहाँ से कहाँ जाते हैं? So he got all the holy water from all the holy rivers. They came in that kund. So Shyam Kund and Radha Kund are so important and so precious. Okay, and then after Vrindavan was there 5,000 years back when Krishna came for these leelas. But over a period of time, because of the event of Kali Yuga, जैसे जो होता गया तो Vrindavan subside होता गया. In the sense it sort of it became unhidden. It became hidden kind of a thing from the material people. धीरे धीरे छुपता गया and उसकी important places and all, they started hiding themselves. So and then of course there was lot of this thing Mughal and other बाकियों के भी जो वो सब invasions थी, that was also one reason कि local kings वगैरह they used to cover up the temples. So sort of hidden mode में चले गया था वृंदावन. So 500 years back when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came, he is the incarnation of Lord Krishna. So he is the one उन्होंने दोबारा से he started revealing the Vrindavan to us. All the temples were uncovered, the Radhakund. Then 500 years back, this Radhakund and Shyamkund were again kind of disclosed to the public there. Even the local highs, the Vrindavan, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu goes and asks the local Vrindavan people, ki, where is Radhakund and Shyamkund? And they said, we have never heard of this. We have been living here for ages now, And because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was Lord, he knew. Then he started looking and then he said, this is Radhakund. There were some weeds and all, some pastures grown up ho gaye the, so he cleared that this. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the one who actually exposed the Vrindavan. Physically was there, but he exposed the Vrindavan to us 500 years back. So this activity also, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he launched Radhakund and Shyamkund to us. This also happened in the month of Kartik only. So another reason why Kartik. So now we come to before Deepavali we celebrate Dhanteras, right? So Dhanteras, it's a very big story. Like जैसे अभी हमने वो दामोदर वाला किया, it's a very big story. We all know about Samundar Manthan, right? You know about Samundar Manthan, the churning of the ocean. To get the purpose of churning of the ocean was to get both demigods and demons. They wanted Amrit. See that ocean, that जिसे शीर सागर या ocean of milk भी बोला जाता है, right? So that's the difference between that is the bridge between, you can say that's the differentiating between the material and the spiritual world. मतलब anything beyond the Sheer Sagar, the ocean, this milk ocean, that the other side is the spiritual world and this side is the material world. So that's the gap, that's the dividing thing between the material world and the spiritual world. So anything Sheer Sagar हमारी अरेबियन सी और ये सब की बात में हो रही है जहाँ पे महाविष्णु रहते हैं. महाविष्णु stays in the ocean of the milk, जिसे शीर सागर भी बोलते हैं, right? You want to add anything? हाँ, तो वही शीर तो the Vishnu stays there in that ocean. तो उस ocean के beyond everything is spiritual world and इसके इधर everything is material world. Right? So the Amrit, both the demons and they wanted Amrit to gain more power and to become maybe immortal and for other things. So Amrit, where was Amrit? Amrit was in this milk ocean only, right? So it was required to उसको churn करके निकालना पड़ेगा. So how it happens is, once the Indra is a very good devotee of the Lord and is a power. He is the leader of he is the king of the heaven. He is the king of all the demigods. But the only problem with Indra is he is full of pride. He always get into pride because he is at such an exalted position. You can imagine to be the king of the heaven. All the demigods are subordinate to you. So obviously you will get into pride. So but Krishna is also smart. Every now and then he gives him a good one also to take out his pride. So once Indra was going on an elephant, he was riding on his elephant. So Durvasa Muni comes. Durvasa Muni is again a very exalted sage. But the only problem with Durvasa Muni is he is full of he is very short tempered. For जैसे munis are supposed to be little calm, but उनका only he's a mystic, he's yogic. Whatever he says, even if that is not something which cannot happen, that will happen. He's so powerful. He's so mystic powers that if he says this is night, the night, even if it's a day, it will become a night. He's that kind of a powerful personality. So Durvasa Muni comes and he gives him he gives him a garland. So Indra, out of pride, what will I do with this garland? I keep receiving. So he gives that garland he puts on the trunk of his elephant. And elephant throws it and moves over it, crushes it. Durvasa Muni gets really annoyed. He says this was not an ordinary garland. It was the blessing of Shri. Shri means goddess of fortune. He says, now you have crushed your fortune. Now you will lose everything you have. Your fortune doesn't just mean the money part. Fortune means happiness, your skills, your skill. There's so many things involved. Your energies. So, and he doesn't give it. So in the meantime, all the demons under the leadership of Bali, they were all preparing to attack the demigods. There was always a fight between demons and the demigods, no? Who wanted to control the heaven, Indraloka. So since he had already crushed his good fortune, all the demigods, they become weak. They were not in a position to fight with the demons. So demons overpowered them and they took control of the Indrika planet and they threw all the demigods. So all the demigods, as usual, जब भी उनको problem आते, they ran to Lord Vishnu. They ran to Lord Vishnu. Give now what to do? Give us some energy, some this thing. He said, you have already crushed your this thing. Now I cannot do anything. If you want your energy back, you want everything back, then you have to drink the nectar. And where is the nectar? Nectar is that ocean, the milk ocean, the Sheet Sagar. So he said, he says, now you are not in a position to churn because you are already so weak. You have lost all your power and strength. You are not in a position to churn this milky ocean also. And at this point of time, demigods have all the power, all the strength. So you take their help and you together team up and do the churning of the that ocean.
Demons loves.
I'm sorry.
Demons.
Demons. What did he say?
After they were demigods.
And this also. I said demigods and demons, because demons are in a good position, they have all the strength, and you are in a weak position, you can't do it. So take help of the demons and club up together as a team and do it. It's like a politics, no? The parties keep fighting and jab chahiye hota hai, so they club up together. So demigods approach them ki let's do it together. So demons bolte hain, but why should we do it with you? We are already in such a powerful position, we already have the strength, you need the Amrit. So he says, no, with that Amrit, you will become immortal kind. Nobody will be able to kill you, so much full of strength. Then demons agreed to it, yes. So they both together, the demigods and the demons together start churning the milk ocean. उसे समुद्र मंथन भी बोला जाता है हिंदी में. So while they were churning the समुद्र मंथन जब churning कर रहे थे, तो जब churning करते थे उसमें बहुत सारे बाय प्रोडक्ट्स और निकल रहे थे. उस one of the जैसे बहुत सारे herbs निकले, natural herbs निकले, goddess लक्ष्मी भी निकली उसमें से. मतलब लक्ष्मी जैसे it's not कि वो तभी निकली, जैसे राम जी जब आए तो सीता तब उनके साथ आई. That doesn't mean कि सीता wasn't there, मतलब लक्ष्मी wasn't there. So with every avatar, लक्ष्मी again appears, in the material world. तो उसमें से गॉडेस लक्ष्मी भी आती है and then she marries off to Krishna, Lord Vishnu. So this also happens in the month of Kartik. And then while they were this thing जब churning कर रहे थे, so finally the nectar came. So how nectar came out? It came out with the Lord appeared in the form of the incarnation called Dhanvantri. The Lord who came out with the nectar, pot of nectar, he's the incarnation of Lord Vishnu, Lord Krishna only. He's called Lord Dhanvantri. So, if you Google the Lord Dhanvantri, you will see a Lord having a pot. That pot had the nectar. So this is why and that nectar was, if anybody drinks it, he'll become all powerful, all opulence, and perfect person he'll become. So this was the main aim of the Samudra Manthan. So is this thing happened on Dhanteras. So the Lord Dhanvantri came, and that is why this Dhanteras is celebrated. So now what demons were anyways more powerful that time. Abhi to the Lord came with the pot, but nobody drank the nectar. At that point of time, demigods were weak and demons were powerful. So demons ने उनसे वो ले लिया, nectar का pot ले लिया. So now demigods are not in a position to fight and take it back. Now what to do? So they again asked Lord Vishnu, now what can we do? So Lord Vishnu took the form of a very beautiful lady. That incarnation, that form of Lord is called Mohini Murti. Right? So she became beautiful woman, and so that she can she can fascinate or she can trap the demigods and take the nectar back. So this is what she does. Being a woman, beautiful woman, she goes to demigods and she traps them and get the nectar and give it to the demigods. So demons are back to square one. So demigods, they drink the nectar and they become more powerful and they defeat the demons, and demons go back and they go back to their Indraloka. So this is one story. So Dhanteras is celebrated because Lord Dhanvantri jo the, he appeared on this day. And the Lord Dhanvantri, इनके पास नेक्टर था. The other thing he had was the Ayurveda. He is the real giver of these. हाँ, exactly, Ayurveda जो medicine. And अभी few years back गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया ने धनतेरस को नेशनल आयुर्वेदा डे भी डिक्लेयर कर दिया है, बिकॉज लॉर्ड धन्वंतरी इज द ओरिजिनल creator of Ayurveda. And this Samudra Manthan happened billions and billions, there are no zeros we can think about. So that means Ayurveda is that old, so everything is there in our Vedas. Nothing that anybody has created. Everything is there. So this is the purpose of why we celebrate Dhanteras. वो धन तो जो है सो है, but it is for the it's Amrit. We have to take the Amrit from the Lord, right? The Amrit is most important. It will give you all the opulence, it will give you all the energy, everything. And the other thing is it's Ayurveda was also given by Lord Dhanvantri. So this happened Dhanteras, and then the next day is Diwali. Ramchandra comes back and उस दिन दामोदर लीला भी होती है. And then is next day is Govardhan Puja. Govardhan Puja, it's again a beautiful pastime of the Lord. इसमें we all know, I don't know, मतलब you celebrate or मतलब ISKCON में ISKCON में या वृंदावन जो भी कृष्णा की real devotees है, they do it. Govardhan Puja is a big festival for them. So we all know we know that Indrawala, when the Brajvasis, the Vrindavan people, they were going and giving it to, they were going and performing some this thing for Indra, because every year they would do some sacrifices, some ritual to please Lord Indra. Then Krishna stops them, we don't do it for Indra, do it for Govardhan instead. So they, instead of Indra, they serve whatever they had prepared, they offered it to Govardhan, the mountain Govardhan. So Indra gets offended, then lot of havoc is there, storms and rains, and then Krishna lives it for 7 days, So we all are aware about this story, right? So when Krishna was, when the Brajvasis were offering the food and everything to Govardhan, the Govardhan was eating everything, and whatever they were getting, उसके बाद भी Govardhan would say, please get more. So everything was over. So they said what to do. Then Lord Balrama, in the end, to satisfy Govardhan, what he does is he offers him the leaf of Tulsi, and then he is satisfied. So there is so much of power in the each leaf of Tulsi that it could satisfy the hunger of Govardhan. Govardhan is a very dear devotee of the Lord. He is not different, but he is very devotee of the Lord. They say how Govardhan appeared on this material. This Govardhan, this Yamuna and Braj Bhumi, they are material world में नहीं है. They were always in the Vaikuntha Loka, Golok Vrindavan. This entire Vrindavan. So when before Kali, when Dwapar Yuga come, when Krishna had to come to this material world to kill all the demons. So Krishna says to Radharani, now in this Yuga we have to go down to material creation. So Radharani refuses to go. I cannot go there. I don't like material world. So he says, you tell me what can I do for you so that because if I am going, you have to come with me. So she says, I want 3 things. 3 things she asked for was Vrindavan Dham, the Govardhan and Yamuna river. So these all 3 things are coming directly from Vrindavan, Golok Vrindavan. The Vaikuntha में, see Vaikuntha have lot of planets of different incarnations of the Lord. उसमें सबसे बड़ा highest planet is Golok Vrindavan, Vaikuntha में, जिसमें Lord Krishna in श्याम सुंदर form रहते हैं, right? So all this thing Vrindavan Dham is not वो यहाँ पे है, वो वहाँ से आया just because of that Radharani and Krishna can come. So before Radharani and Krishna came, Vrindavan Dham and this Govardhan and Yamuna came to this material world. So they are that powerful. So Vrindavan Dham, Golok and Yamuna and Govardhan are so powerful. So that is why there is lot of mahima and there is lot of auspiciousness with these 3 things. Yamuna is so potent and Braj Dham is so Vrindavan Braj Dham. जैसे कि the mitti of Braj Dham is so important. most of the time devotees go, they don't wear footwear in the Vrindavan Dham. Why? Because Krishna is still doing his leela, he is still moving around. And अभी नहीं भी तो पहले तो किया, जहाँ भी कृष्णा ने वो किया तो why how can we put our slippers over that place? You know? So that's the sentiments devotees have, and these are not. That's the actual fact also. So this is how the Govardhan appeared on the earth. Why it came to the material world with Vrindavan Dham. So अभी Govardhan लीला से what do we understand? वो छप्पन भोग का वो तो इसलिए कि वो 7 days तक कृष्णा उनको लेके खड़े रहते ना, तो उन्होंने कुछ खाए नहीं, तो फिर बाद में आफ्टर 7 days तो यू नो यशोदा मैया वो 7 into 8 meals लेते थे हर रोज, तो वो 7 into 8 56 meals उनको, दैट वाज द ओरिजिन ऑफ दिस थिंग। वो ठीक है गोवर्धन को ऑफर करते हैं, उसको अन्नकूट फेस्टिवल बोला जाता है, जिसमें बहुत सारे डिफरेंट वैराइटीज, इनफैक्ट दे मेक अ गोवर्धन का माउंटेन बनाते हैं विद द ईटेबल्स, यू नो हलवा बेस बना के उन पे सब कुछ ईटेबल आइटम्स रख के दे मेक अ गुड विच इज ऑफर टू लॉर्ड कृष्णा। गोवर्धन पूजा पे दिस इज व्हाट हैपेंस एट द टेंपल, दैट यू नो ईटेबल गोवर्धन माउंटेन बनाया जाता है विद ईटेबल आइटम्स एंड विच इज ऑफर टू लॉर्ड कृष्णा देन गोवर्धन, दिस इज व्हाट हैपेंस इन गोवर्धन पूजा। वन थिंग टू लर्न इज दैट इंद्रा दिस ब्रजवासीज for ages, for their, you know, for so many millions of their ancestors were serving Lord Indra, right? But Indra became, as earlier also mentioned, Indra the only problem is he gets into pride too much. Then again Indra was getting into pride, you know, कि I am the lord of everything, because rain is so important part, right? Rain is so important. Without rain there no grains, nothing. We can't survive without rain. So Krishna, just to take out his pride, he told the Brajvasis, you see, that's his duty to give you rain. That's his duty. It's not that he's not giving rains in the places where there are no people living around. वहाँ पे तो nobody is serving them, right? What Krishna explained them, he is giving rain in those remote areas also where there is nobody living, right? So वहाँ पे तो nobody is serving him ना. So why you are serving him? He is entitled to give you rain. So he says, don't worship him. You should worship Govardhan because he gives pasture, हमारे grass for our cows. They give us, you know, the fresh grass and so many minerals and herbs and fruits. You know, everything is we are getting from, because उनका survival was on grains and everything was there on the Govardhan से मिलता था, and cows से milk मिलता था, and cows were nourished by the Govardhan. So he tells them not to worship Indra. This was the only reason why he wanted, because he wanted to take away the pride of Indra. So and then Indra this thing creates a havoc, and then he, you know, by lifting the Govardhan he secures, he protects everyone. So when Indra realizes that he's after this Leela, Indra realizes that he's so powerful, he cannot be an ordinary child. Then Indra comes and, you know, he apologizes, and then Krishna says okay, and then everything was normal. So what we have to learn here is, we should have faith in Lord. Lord will protect us from any and every demigod also. If, you know, if anybody wants to, even a, you know, Brajvasi, a demigod, the you know, king of all the demigods wanted to harm them, but God didn't let them. तो अगर God हमारे demigod से protection कर रहे, तो God will protect us from any living entity. We need to have that kind of a trust. Lord ने ब्रजवासीज को वृंदावन में demigod से बचाया, such powerful demigods. हमारा तो कोई demigods इतना interaction ही नहीं है, you know. So God is capable, and so He is capable definitely, but He will definitely protect us from any miscreants in our life. That's the kind of faith we should have, you know. See, we always say, no, we have been doing this for centuries. We have been doing this from our mothers and parents have been doing it, so we continue to do it. So this is what Brajvasis told them, कि हम तो हमेशा से इंद्र को कर रहे हैं, हम गोवर्धन को कैसे करें? गोवर्धन का क्या रोल है? वो पानी नहीं, देवर से वो पानी नहीं देगा तो ग्रास कैसे होगी? तो, you know. So, but Krishna said, no, have faith on me, trust me, and they trusted him. And then what happened? They were all saved. They were all happy, right? So we need to have that kind of trust, not just if we have been following something, you know. So that doesn't mean कि what we are following that could be right, that could be wrong, that we have to, of course, we have to take help from our senior people who can guide us. But this is the intent behind it. You have to understand this. Not just because I am following this for ages, or my parents have been following, or my ancestors, and that would be the right thing to do. तो फिर तो वो ब्रजवासी they should have listened to Krishna, but they did because they had faith. That's the center. That's the kind of faith which, when we talk about faith, this is the kind of faith. Of course, it takes ages, it takes time. I'm not saying it takes time. With time only this develops. Okay, so we did Govardhan Puja. And Govardhan Puja is also called Govardhan is also called Giriraj also, and the festival is called Anirudh Festival, and he is one of the best devotees of the Lord. This Govardhan also has two things. Go means again cows, and Vardhan means the nourishment. So Govardhan, who nourishes the cow because he provides them the herbs and the plants and grass to eat, and the other as Go means senses also. So one who increases the Go senses, and Vardhan means increase. One who increases the pleasure of the senses in devotion is also Govardhan. So Govardhan helps in increasing our devotion also. He nourishes cow, and he nourishes our devotion also, we can say. So इसलिए जो कृष्ण भक्त होते हैं, तो those who are devotees of the Lord, they really give lot of importance and lot of regard and respect and worship this Govardhan also. It's very difficult to approach Krishna because Krishna is very particular in giving his bhakti. He will give you anything and everything. Anything you want, he will give you. But bhakti is the last thing he wants to give, because he knows once I give my bhakti, I'll have to become the servant of my Lord, servant of the bhakt, devotee. Krishna says, I am the servant of the devotee. Right? So these are the ways through which you approach Krishna, through spiritual master, through senior devotees, through Vaishnavas, to Govardhan, to his exalted devotees, and you keep getting the mercy. If you go mercy jab milti hai, then you get the Krishna also. So that is why we worship Govardhan, because he nourishes our devotion. So, and the one more pastime is Gopashtami. Gopashtami, what happens is, Krishna used to take the calves for grazing, right? For grazing, he was in charge of the calves. No, he would look after the calves for grazing. So, वो grazing किए calves को लेके जाता. Then when he grew up, he wasn't very grown up boy, but he thought he is very grown up. So he said, now I'll start taking the cows for my grazing instead of calves. So mother refuses. No, you are still not big enough, so you should not take. So, but he says, no, I have to take. So that mother also, instead of taking a decision himself, she approaches the Gargi Muni. Gargi Muni is their Yadu dynasty के priest है, जैसे हर dynasty के priest होते हैं, families के priest होते हैं, senior. So she approaches him कि Krishna is insisting that he wants to take the calf. Is it okay? So he says no, it's good time, and he takes out a murat कि tomorrow he can go. So then Krishna is allowed to take the, instead of calves, he started taking the cows. So this Leela also happens in the Kartik month. So this is called Gopashtami, when Krishna started taking cows for grazing. Earlier he used to take the calf. So this is an important learning कि sometimes mothers think they know everything. We also need some guidance. So we should also approach senior people, senior devotees, and take their take their advice. So this is this event is called Gopashtami. Okay. We all know that Krishna has 16,108 wives, right? So 8 wives are Rukmini hai, Satyabhama, and these are his main wives, and the story behind 16,100 wives is वो भी event जो होता है, that marriage जो 16,100 wives, वो भी कार्तिक month में होती है. There is a demon by the name of Narakasura. Narakasura भी बोलते हैं और Bhumasura भी बोलते हैं उसको. He was the son of Bhumi Devi and Lord Vishnu himself. This Lord, ये जो demon है Narakasura, Bhumasura, he was the son of Bhumi Devi with the Lord Vishnu. He was a nice king. He used to do a lot of tapasya and austerities, but he got into the wrong association of another demon called Banasura. this Banasura was a very bad, was a real bad demon. So because of the association, he also got contaminated. He also started doing wrong thing, and he created a havoc across the earth. Before getting into the wrong association, he was a nice king. He was leading a good life and taking care of his praja also. But then he became a wrong guy because of the bad association. So then he captivated 16,100 princes, from various kings' daughters who he would kidnap, and he kept them and captivated in a fort. So when his pot of that bad karmas got over, then everybody approached Lord Vishnu ki please put a hold on to his wrong deeds. Now then Vishnu comes and he kills this Narakasura. So this event also happens in this Kartik month. And then those 16,001 Krishna released them, and Krishna tells them that now we will go and drop you at your places, your parents' places. But those 16,100 princes says ki since we have been away from our family, we have been taken captivated by a stranger man. Now the families will not accept us. Now who is our shelter? Who will take us back? So then Krishna says, I'll take you. So that is why Krishna marries those 16,100 wives, princes. So he didn't intend to, but this was because the female said, now we don't have any other shelter, so please do help us. So he marries them. And the other thing is, it's not that Krishna in just one form looked after all he manifested himself in 16,100 Krishnas. It's not just one Krishna was taking care of all he manifested. Each wife thought that he is my Krishna. And he made 16,100 different palaces for each wife. And he would do everything like in an individual house. When this event happens, to Narad Muni is also astonished how Krishna is managing so many wives. He said, let me just go and see. So he goes to different palaces, and everywhere he finds Krishna. Somewhere he is looking after kids, he is playing with kids, somewhere he is sitting with his wife, somewhere he is doing some meditation. Every palace he saw Krishna. So it was not, so then Narad Muni realizes ki how merciful Krishna is. It's not that he accepted 16,100 wives, uske baad bolte, now you stay here and I am going. He really looked after each wife like an individual entity. And the wives also never thought ki hum sabka ek hi Krishna hai, because he manifested in 16,100 forms. So people take this in a wrong way, ki Krishna ne wo kiya tha, he had polygamy, so but we have to see, he was so powerful, he manifested himself in 16,100. These days, are we capable of doing that? Ek koi sambhalna is so difficult, and so that is also, we should not compare ourselves if Krishna is doing this. If Krishna is doing this, then Krishna is manifesting also in 16,100 forms. So you also manifest into 2 forms, and then you so this is how. And then the Kansa was also killed during this month only, this Kartik month mein, Kansa was also killed. Then there are a lot of stories, we are already short of time. So we'll just discuss this thing. The last 5 days of Kartik month are known as Bhish Panchka. The last 5 days of Kartik month, they are called Bhish Panchka. They are very auspicious. उन 5 days में, अगर पूरे month में भी कुछ नहीं किया, उन 5 days में you can do some kind of charity, or you can do some kind of vrata, some penances you can take, that's very powerful. So it starts the last 5 days, because इसमें Bhishma was already on the, he was on bed of the arrows. So last 5 days he fasted so that I can leave my body. So after these 5 days, Bhishma Pitama, he leaves his body also. So इसलिए Bhishma Pitama was a great devotee of the Lord. So in last 5 days, whenever you start anything, if you remember Bhishma Pitama and how he was such a great devotee of the Lord, or if you read the prayers of Bhishma Pitama for the Lord, that's supposed to be very auspicious. So it's very important. It's a good thing. It's an auspicious thing to remember Bhishma Devji in last 5 days and offer your respect and regards and worship to him also. So this fast begins by remembering Bhishma Dev on the Ekadashi day, and then it ends on the Purnima day. Right. Kartik Purnima day. And the second Ekadashi hoti hai in the month of, that's called Uthan. Dev Uthan Ekadashi. Right. So इसका क्या significance है Uthan में? you know, Vishnu was sleeping for 4 months, Chaturmas mein, Lord Vishnu, Yog Nidra. Okay, what happens is, in the month of monsoon, June, July mein, there is Shyan Ekachi aati hai, Shyan Ekachi, Shyan means Sona, right? So that day, Krishna, Vishnu, Lord Vishnu, he sleeps for 4 months. And then he gets up on this Uthan Ekachi, which comes in the Kartik month. This period of when Lord Vishnu is sleeping is called Yog Nidra. He is in Yog Nidra doesn't mean he doesn't know what's happening around. He is meditating. He knows, of course.
You should not sleep in योग निद्रा. योग निद्रा का सोना नहीं है. आपका सेंसेस वीक हो जाएगा, मतलब ये हो जाएगा, अपने अंदर से इन्वर्ट हो जाएगा. लेकिन you should not sleep even when
I am not saying I can do this. I am saying Lord Vishnu did it. Right? I am not saying I can do it. I am saying Lord Vishnu slept, and that is called Yog Nidra. Right? So he slept on Shyan Ekachi, and then he woke up on the Uthan Ekachi. So that is the one Uthan and Shyan mean. Right? So in this, how do we, I'll just read one statement. When he says, when we, there is this thing, the purport, Govinda, the ultimate, this is one of the statement I'm reading is from one of the scripture. Govinda, the ultimate and supreme personality of Godhead, Lord Krishna, lies sleeping unlimited on the casual ocean. Casual ocean, वही Shiv Sagar जिसका मतलब. In order to create unlimited numbers of universes during that sleep, he lies on the water by his own internal potency, and I worship that original supreme Godhead. ये Lord Brahma बोल रहे हैं one of the scriptures में. So when Mahavishnu is in the Yog Nidra state, तो उनकी तब this lot of creation is happening. You know, we have to understand. It's not कि वो सो गए तो कुछ नहीं हो रहा. Lot of universes are coming out of his body. Lot of creation happens when Lord is into this thing, when he's into Yog Nidra. But all these things we get to read in Srimad Bhagavatam. Bhagavad Gita में नहीं है, because Bhagavad Gita is a book for, it's a life manual for our living being. You know how we can live a comfortable life. If you want to, and creation का जानना is nothing to do with our day-to-day living, right? So Bhagavad Gita is a good book. It's a very good book which helps us to live a comfortable life in a day-to-day thing. And if you want to know more, then Srimad Bhagavatam is what you have to read. So ये सब creation part comes in that. So just this is what I want to tell you. Yog Nidra का concept ये है. Uthan Ekachi is supposed to be very auspicious Ekachi. This is the second Ekachi of the Kartik month. So अभी तक, in case you're not following Ekachi, I would request at least keep both the Ekachis of Kartik month. They are really helpful. Materially also, in case you're looking for material gain, then also of course they are very helpful. And spiritually though, there is no comparison. And when we say the Yog Nidra, this stage of self-realization is called Yog Nidra in the scriptures, not for Krishna, for others to follow. This stage when we realize who we are, we try to understand who is the servant of the Lord. That the stage is called Yog Nidra. Because Yog Nidra, the spelling is Y-O-G-A. Yoga means, yoga means connect with Lord. Yoga means connect with Bhakti Yoga, connecting with Lord through Bhakti. Jnana Yoga, connecting with Lord through Jnana. Ashtanga Yoga, connecting with Lord with this Ashtanga, with the yogic process, both meditation and whatever process, right? So yoga means to build a connection with Lord. Yog Nidra means when you are building the connection with the Lord, the self-realization, that is called Yog Nidra for us, right? बाकी then Lord in the Yog Nidra, तो उनकी तो body से creation होती है. All the universes are created during this creation happens, right? Okay. So this, so it is like a dream kind. You know, when you're in Yog Nidra, your realization. So it's kind of a dream. You know, you're going through a dream. So what happens in a dream? What is the difference between a dream and a reality? Anyone would like to say? Dream and reality में क्या difference है?
Unconscious mind में mobile houses.
Right. और कुछ anybody would like to add?
So अगर dream आ रहे हैं तो
Yeah, exactly. But we are not able to do in reality properly to quantum with our dream, right? So absolutely. So the stage of self-realization is called Yog Nidra. All material activities appear to be dream when one is spiritually awakened. So, when we are spiritually awakened means when we have built up our relational connect with Lord, when we realize our spiritual awakening, you understood? that now we are realizing who we are, what we are. Matlab, now we have got a spiritual understanding. We are trying to understand spirituality, the spiritual awakening. So when spiritual awakening is happening, then the material world becomes a dream, right? When spiritual awakening happens, the material world becomes a dream. And dream में तो कुछ बुरा होता ही नहीं ना, you know, even if something wrong is happening, doesn't impact you. Actual में तो कोई impact नहीं होता. Dreams, you always dream. Usually, most of the dreams are good dreams only, you know. Everything is hunky dory happens in the dream, right? तो तभी तो बोलते हैं these good things happen either in Hollywood, Bollywood, you know, Bollywood only. Bollywood में भी बहुत मार पिटाई है. Or it happens in dreams, right? So when this is spiritual, so everything goody thing happens. And even if you have bad dreams, but you are not impacted, you are over with it because you know you just say it was a bad dream and you get over. You are not influenced by it. मतलब few thoughts or maybe few little insecurity for a while, but actual में कोई actual impact तो नहीं हो रहा ना. जो भी हो रहा है वो बस mental consciousness level तक हो रहा है ना. Physically कुछ impact तो नहीं हो रहा ना. You had a dream, you met an accident. तो बस वो it was a bad thought. It might trouble you for some time. That's it, but not beyond that, right? So it's a very important. I'll conclude the session with this one. It's very important. Just I'll repeat this line. The stage of self-realization is called Yog Nidra. All material activities appear to be a dream when one is spiritually awakened. So मतलब जो material चीजें हो रही है ना, they become like a dream. That means we become a witness to things, but we are not impacted by it. But अभी when we are in the material world, we are so much impacted by everything happening around us, right? Everything. Ukraine war है तो भी हम impacted है, चाहे हमें पता नहीं क्यों impacted है, but we are, right? Because we feel that this material creation is ours, no? We are part of it. Ukraine war है तो petrol rise हो जाएगा, तो inflation हो जाएगा, you know, we are impacted by it, right? So when there is a spiritual awakening, this material world becomes a dream, because then we know this is not the reality. This is just a dream I am living in. This is not the reality. It's not the reality that I am material world और मुझे यहीं पे रहना है. That's not the reality. The reality is we have just come here for temporary phase. So when spiritual awakening happens, we get this awakening, we get this understanding. This material world is like a dream. I just have to be a witness of the dream. I don't participate in the dream. When dream is happening, I'm just witnessing it. ना मैं witness हूँ. I'm just feeling it, right? मतलब I'm not participating. So that's the thing. This is what is the material creation. You have to witness it. When I mean you don't have to participate, doesn't mean कि काम धंधा नहीं करना. वो तो you have to do all your job. Participation means you don't have to get hankering about it. You know, too much get attached to it. You have to do your duties. Do your duties. As Arjuna was supposed to, he was getting too much attached to his duty. If I'll do this, I will kill him. Then what will happen? This will happen. You know, my generation will get wiped out with this war. He was not supposed to do it. He just had to be the witness of the war. What? By executing his duty. So this is the dream, that we don't get attached to the dream. When things start influencing us, impacting us, when we get too much attached to it. This is the difference now. You know, we have our family members. Something happens to them, we get more disturbed. Then something happens to neighbor, we are less disturbed. Something happens to the next neighbor, we are less disturbed. Something happens in US, we are not even bothered. So it's kind of attachment. जितना जिनसे relation, जितना जिनसे closeness, जितना attachment, उतना ही we get the troubles. So spiritual awakening means we are in the dream. मतलब this material world is not the reality. This material body is not the reality. Reality is the soul. Reality is we are the spiritual beings. Reality is not being in the world. So this is the about this. So this point is really very important. You know, so that is why I really wanted to cover this Yog Nidra ka point. We have to understand when we self-realize karte hain, this is Yog Nidra. When we self-realize, we understand what is our purpose in life, and we start witnessing. We just have to become a witness of what is happening around. We don't have to get too much involved. We have to do our duties by being just a witness. In a dream, what is our duty? हम witness कर रहे हैं, observe कर रहे हैं, उससे ज़्यादा हमारा कुछ नहीं है. But real world में भी हमें अपने आप को वैसे ही we have to live our life like we have to do all our duties, but without getting too much attached to it. You know, we have to discharge our duties. The material, we have to do our things in the material world, but we don't have to ensure that material world starts influencing us. And so this is Prabhupada used to say, you know, when the new devotees will be formed, so he would say कि don't you have to give your association to the non-devotees. You have to give your association. You don't have to take their association. If you are giving your association, you are influencing them. If you start taking their association, you will get influenced. So association there you are mingling with the outer world, you are doing everything, but you are not getting influenced by them. You are trying to influence them, so that means you are giving your association, you are not getting your association, you are not taking their association. We have so many devotees who are working at all the, they are working at such senior positions, you can't even believe in. Even Gurgaon temple mein, there are people who are working really big position at various MNCs. So I was talking to one of the devotees, how do you manage? You go and meet such materialistic people and, how do you manage? He said, I go and meet them, I give them my association, I don't take their association. मैं उनसे उतना interaction रखता हूँ which is required for my work. Whatever interaction is, whatever is necessity, I take उतना ही मैं interaction रखता हूँ. Beyond that, I don't take their association. That is why I'm not influenced, because what is the culture of MNCs? You drink, you smoke, you party, that's the culture, right? And this is expected from the senior person also, right? But people say, so I said, how do you manage? You don't drink, you don't even drink tea, forget about anything else. So he said, of course, it's very easy. You have to give your association, you don't have to take their association. So this is it, we have to become the witness of what's happening around. We don't have to participate in them. So that's the thing of spiritual awakening. So with this, I conclude this session. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining the session. Whatever good things you could take it today, the credit goes to my acharyas, our acharyas, our disciples, everyone in the disciplic session, my mentors, my spiritual master, and Prabhupada, from whom I have learned everything. And whatever wrong, if I have offended anyone by mistake or by intent, I take the entire credit for that. Please do forgive me, and don't, if you are offended by my action, don't take it, don't make it a this thing, it's wrong on the Krishna consciousness, because I'm also a human being. I may be, few inches away from you. It's not, I have not even crossed 1 mile also. I'm maybe just few inches ahead of you, that's it. So I might mistake a lot of mistakes. Of course, I'm a human being, I'll make a lot of mistakes. So, but don't carry that because she is doing this. So, there are very good devotees. You have seen Prabhuji, Ramesh Prabhuji. So, learn from the senior devotees. Take up good things from them. And don't pick up, Sheetal is doing this, so, something is wrong. There's nothing wrong with Krishna consciousness. It's a wonderful process. It's a very easy process. We have to develop little faith, and we have to pick up good things. Initially हमें सब चीजें अच्छी नहीं लगी, but that's all right. सब चीजें तो हमें अपने बच्चों में भी नहीं अच्छी लगती है. But we still say, we just look at the good parts. So start looking at the good parts about the Krishna consciousness. Don't think nobody is telling you to stop and live your life the way you are. Just add Krishna to your life. That's it. This is what is the request and it is expected. Thank you so much, everyone. Hey Krishna. We do the aarti.
Namaste Narasimhaya Ragadayani Hiranyakashi Purvashaha Shilatankanathalaya Ito Narsingha Parito Narsingha Yato Yami Tato Mahir Narsingha Hridaye Narsingha Narasingha Madhim Sharanam Papati हरे, जय जगदीश हरे, जय जगदीश हरे, जय नरसिंहदेव, 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 जय नरसिंहदेव, जय प्रहलाद महाराज, प्रहलाद महाराज, प्रहलाद महाराज, जय प्रहलाद महाराज, प्रभुपाद, जय प्रभुपाद, प्रभुपाद, जय प्रभुपाद, गुरुदेव, जय गुरुदेव, गुरुदेव, जय गुरुदेव। विघ्न विनाशक नरसिंह भगवान की जय, प्रभुपाद की जय।
Sheetal was beautiful.
So much I